All right, so we're getting ready for our intro here, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get ready to start this show today. And I am also doing all the engineering work today. So let me see here. I got to find our intro. All right, where's our introduction music? We got the countdown intro. There it is. Good morning, good morning, good morning, everyone. My name is Don Daniel, founder of P.I.L.L Method International, a better way to eliminate debt. And today we are going to be talking about the 30-year mortgage and how it can be paid off in 7 years. But also, how come a lot of people don't know about it? How come people don't understand where amortization came from and how it actually works? You know, we had to go and ask some experts. You know, everybody's talking about Chat GPT, okay? Chat GPT and the AI system. And we actually went on and asked Chat GPT what's really going on here with this whole system. And I've got some stuff on here, but I want to say good morning to everybody. I've got some people online that are already listening to us. Let me go ahead and put my link at the top of the page. All right. Kurt Nugent is off for the month, ladies and gentlemen. He is going to be traveling and doing some great things. And I'm going to be also for the month of June. We are going to be off as well. So don't worry. If you're online watching us for the month of June, we are going to have some great replays for you on these days. Because, you know, we've been here faithfully for almost 2 years, over 220 shows that have gone on that you have seen. Let's see. What is today's show is what, 227 or something like that. 227, a bunch of shows, and we are here to make sure that you get good information. But every now and then we got to take a break. Okay, got to take a break. All right, so listen, I've got some information. We're going to dive in deep to tell you exactly what's going on with these mortgages and how to pay them off in 30 years. All right. And then once we dive in, we're going to let you know why it is the way it is. We actually went and asked the AI what is going on with this thing. So let me pin my link to the top. All right. ICE 10K. ICE 10K. .com. There we go. And we're adding the link in there. Boom. All right, there it is. So we've got that at the top. So if you want to see what we're doing, go to YouTube, search P.I.L.L Method, find the live and click on, because we're live on Facebook, we're live on YouTube, Twitter, LinkedIn. All right. Facebook. All right. So we're there. And so Sherry says, good morning and she's watching us on YouTube. And Oren James is watching us on YouTube as well. Good morning to you. Jeremiah Sams is here today. He's saying good morning to everyone on YouTube. So we have some folks in here on Clubhouse as well. I'm going to say good morning to you all here on Clubhouse. All right. So folks, the Holly family says also good morning on YouTube as well. All right, folks, let's get things started here. I've got to change my outlook here. Got to change my outlook. because we're going to be bringing up some information here on what how this works. So we're going to put this here. All right. And we're going to share a screen. All right. And let me see here. Let's share our screen. And we want to bring this up. All right. And close these down. Close this one down. All right. And leave that one there. All right. We're going to show you what's going on with these things. So we're going to share our screen. All right. Present. Come on, Don. Do it just like he taught you. Share screen. And we're going to share the entire screen. There it is. Boom. All right. So we're going to bring this screen up, add to the stream, and there it is. All right. So what we have now, folks, here is an amortization schedule. All right. And how do we take a 30-year mortgage? How do we take a 30-year mortgage and pay it off in 7 years? Steve, I see you in here. Come on up to the stage. All right. Raise your hand, come up to the stage. And if you want, let's see, invite him to be a speaker. All right, come on up. All right, there we go, Steve. How are you this morning, sir?
Hey, how you doing?
I'm doing well, my brother. I'm doing well. This is an exciting time. We have a bunch of people watching us online. We have some people in here on Clubhouse. I'm going to invite everybody to go ahead and share this room. So, Steve, what's on your mind this morning, sir?
Oh, just help populating the room and learning something new.
All right, man. I appreciate you. So we have Aaron in here. We've got Lady Darlene in here today. Frankie is in here. Angela, Yolanda, Daryl, DB, and Katrina. Katrina, you have a red ticket, which means you have not cashed that red ticket in. Go to the top of the page and click on P.I.L.L Method and join this house. So if you're new to the room, if you're new to the room and you want to see what we're doing online, go to YouTube and go ahead, YouTube, and you want to click on what is it? How to join the room. You want to subscribe. You want to subscribe to YouTube. Go ahead and subscribe. Click on that notification bell so you'll know whenever we're on. And that you'll get the good information, and like some of the videos. I mean, go ahead and do that. Like some of the videos and comment. So today, let's get on this thing. The average mortgage amount is about $400,000 across the U.S. right now. That's the average, about $400,000. The interest rates are getting into the sevens again, ladies and gentlemen. This is what I'm hearing from the experts. So we're going to put a 7% mortgage in here, all right, for 30 years, $400,000. Here is our payment, $2,661.21. We're going to break this thing all the way down and see what is actually happening with these loans. All right. So if you got a comment, if you got a question, raise your hand, bring up your question, or put your question in the chat or the comment section, depending on where you are. And we'll cover that today, or just come up to the stage and speak. So let's see here. We've got a good morning and grand rising, everyone, from Aaron Jones. Aaron Jones, grand rising to you as well. So come on, folks, let's take a look at this thing and see how crazy this is. $2,661.21 is the monthly payment, the principal and interest payment. But I need you to see this. $400,000 borrowed. The interest rate is 7%, but the amount that we need to pay back, according to the bank, is $558,035.60 in interest, making the total loan, total repaid, $958,000, nearly $1 million. Nearly $1 million. That means I negotiated the price for the house as $400,000, but the bank wants to lend me the money, the privilege of lending me the money, buying my equity, and I'm buying the equity back. They want to charge $558,000. I need you to put that in the chat. Do you believe that's fair? Yes or no? Put a Y or an N. If you believe that's fair, okay, put a Y in the chat. If you believe it's not fair, put an N in the chat or or post a comment right now. I'm taking a look. If you believe, Steve Max says N. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Sherry has a question here. She's wondering, I'm wondering about how to pay back to $22,000 of college loans. Government still has them on hold and we can't make a payment right now. Okay, Sherry, that is not true. You can pay right now. Most people are not aware. What they're not doing is charging you interest. What they're not doing is charging you interest, Sherry. So any money you pay right now goes straight to principal. You can pay the loans. You're not required to pay on the loans right now, but you can pay on the loans. All right. And if you have the money, you can pay on these loans right now and not be charged interest. They're not charging interest right now. So listen, contact my office. I'm going to put my number in the chat. Okay. It is 256-886-1867. All right. Call my office, leave a message for me. All right. Because, I'm on air right now. So leave a message and somebody will get back with you and talk to you more about your student loans and how the government is dealing with those student loans right now. And do you know how many people call us, Sherry, about student loans? Okay. But their jobs that they have also have a component where student loans can be forgiven because of the type of job you have. Yeah. Even though the student loans can be forgiven, all you do is have to log 120 monthly payments. That's 10 years worth of payments. And then all your student loans can be forgiven. So when you come to us, we help you to pay back the student loans, all of the loans, plus any interest that they are looking for, but we help you to cut that interest cost by about 75 to 80%. So you can pay the loans off in 5 to 7 years. But what we do is we help you to pay the entire loan. In your case, it would be $22,000. Let me do just a little bit of math here. I'm going to put this on the screen. I don't know what your payment is, okay? But let's just say your payment is $150 a month, okay? We're going to put in 150, and I'm going to show you something here. Times 120. Times 120. Okay, that would be $18,000. Okay, but if you can pay $18,000, and then but the rest of that would be forgiven. Do you see what we're talking about? All right. If you're in a job where your entire loan can be forgiven, get the lowest payment you can, make that for 120 months, and the rest of your loan can be forgiven. Let's say if your payment was $100 a month, that would be $12,000 you would pay over the 120 payments. All right. And then the rest of it, the loan would be forgiven. And when we point that out to some people, they say, oh my gosh, if I can just do the forgiveness part, then I don't have to work with the P.I.L.L method, because I would have to pay back the entire loan if I work with the P.I.L.L method. But getting my loans forgiven, I don't have to pay back the entire loan. And they're so happy to get that information from us. I hope that helps, Sherry. I have something here from Tisha on Clubhouse. She's saying, I got my student loans forgiven under the PSLF program with the Department of Education, $86K off my credit. Come on, everybody. Come on. We've got. Listen, once you understand how the programs work, once you understand what we don't know, we don't know what we don't know about these things. And I'm going to get into a little bit of that today. All right. I'm so excited to be able to run the show. All right. and give you this information based on listen, Kirk Nugent, I want to tell you about this guy. All right. He is phenomenal in this space when it comes to, you know, online and videos. Okay. Kurt, I don't know if you're watching us this morning. I hope you are. All right. Ozzy is here this morning. Ozzy is here. You know, she lives in the area where I used to live. Good morning, Ozzy. Did you get out and walk today? And listen, tell my friend. I got to be careful about whose name that I mentioned. Tell my friend that you walk with. I said hi. Okay. It's Kirk Nugent. I'll put it in the chat. Kirk Nugent. Nugent. Kirk Nugent. Okay. Send. And I believe his website is kirknugent.com. If you want to know how to get your message out on live video, oh my goodness, it is phenomenal. So Ozzy, I am so glad that you're here this morning. If you have a question for me, go ahead and put it in there. All right. Sherry says, my son does graphic design, so I don't think he qualifies for loan forgiveness. Yeah, you're probably right. But right now, under Biden's program, I think there is a loan forgiveness program available, but Congress is trying to hold it up. But listen, contact the Department of Education and tell your son, Sherry, to put in this paperwork anyway, because see, what can it hurt? If it goes through, he can get up to, I believe, $10,000 or so forgiven off his student loans. Okay. Teresa H says, good morning. Good morning. Good morning. All right. Good morning to you, Teresa. All right. So anybody else that wants to say good morning, please do. I love it when you guys chime in. Okay. So watch this. I need you all to chime in on this thing. Watch this. All right. $400,000. That is the average right now. That's the average. And the interest rates right now are hovering right around 7%, so that we have that. The bank wants us to pay back $558,000 of interest over 30 years. But take a look at this. It's not 7%. Look at this. It's 139.5%. 139.5%. Donna Carter says good morning to everyone here. All right. Good morning, Donna. All right. Go ahead and start sharing this with everybody. If you want to see this, go to YouTube and then you can see these numbers. Now, the very first payment of $2,661.21, out of the very first payment, $327.88 goes to principal. What we're doing, ladies and gentlemen, is buying back our equity. When you take a loan out, the mortgage company or the bank is purchasing your equity so that the person that's selling the house or who built the house can get paid. So the bank says, we'll pay them. Now we own your equity. And because we have an amortized loan here, we're going to give you a payment you can afford, and we're going to sell you back your equity a little bit at a time. All right. And people understand that I'm going to make monthly payments and buy my equity back. But what they're really not understanding is the cost of buying the equity back. So in the very first payment, $327.88 of that payment goes to principal. $2,333.33 goes to interest. That's what it costs to purchase $327 worth of equity. It costs $2,333.33 worth of interest to purchase that equity. What do you all think of that? What do you all think of that right now? Tell me what you think of paying that kind of interest to purchase $327 in equity. Oh my goodness. That's the way this thing is going down today, ladies and gentlemen. And we need to know the truth of the matter. If we have, I'm going to put my calculator back on the screen, put my calculator back up. You all need to see this. All right. If you're new to the room, go to YouTube, or you can click on my digital card and then click on whatever icon on the social media icon there, but click on the YouTube icon, and then you can get the link and go to YouTube on a secondary device. So if you want to hear me on Clubhouse and see me, pick up your other telephone, your laptop, or your tablet, go to YouTube and search us out. Watch this. You're going to love this or hate it, whichever. All right. But it's part of their education. All right. So my first interest payment is $2,333.33. That is the first interest payment. If we take our total payment of $2,661.21, okay, and we're going to divide the interest by the total payment. All right, which is 2661.21 equals 0.876. That's 88% of your payment going to interest. 88% of your payment going. Did you guys have any idea that it is legal for banking institutions? So when you make your payment, 88% of your payment goes to interest, and only 12% goes to paying down your loan. You think that you think that the entire thing that you're paying out is a mortgage payment, but it's not. The mortgage has to do with what you borrowed. How much did you borrow, ladies and gentlemen? All right, Lady Darlene got a thumbs down on that, ladies and gentlemen. See, so here's what we're saying. 12 cents out of every dollar goes to principal, while 88 cents out of every payment dollar goes to interest. We have Sherry here. This is okay. Whatever. What else is she saying here? Okay. All right. Okay, I got you, Sherry. I got you. All right, that's the previous comment. I want to make sure that I catch all the comments today, and I'm watching back and forth. Tess says, "Will you do a Zoom?" I have done Zooms in the past, Tess, but this is not on Zoom this morning. Okay, but we do Zooms every now and then when we're in other rooms like the mortgage syndicate or something like that, and people ask me to do a presentation, we'll instantly go on Zoom. But right now we're on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, and LinkedIn. If you want to see us live, if you want to see the presentation here. So 88% of your payment is interest. So when we take a look at the principal column, this is really your mortgage payment, the $300 payments. That's your mortgage payment. Now, Don, why would you say that? Because mortgage has to do with the money you borrowed. Your mortgage payment is what you borrowed. You didn't borrow the interest payment. Okay, that's rent on your money. Interest is nothing more than rent on your money. So what you're doing, folks, what you're doing is you're going from renting your apartment or house to renting money your entire life. That is what's going on. That's what's happening. That's right. That's what's happening. Renting money. Look how much rent they're charging you every single month. Okay, that's probably you can rent a pretty good apartment in some places for what they're charging in interest. But if you rent, you don't have the ability to gain equity, even equity at these small amounts. So once you understand what's really going on, this is math. Okay, when you understand it's math, math can be used in your favor. Hi, Terry. Good morning to you. Good morning, Catherine. I see you in the room this morning. If you are new to the room, if you're new to the P.I.L.L method, go to the top of the page, click on P.I.L.L method, follow me as your moderator, and also click on P.I.L.L method and join our house so you can get this information. We have now 15 people online, And we also have 15 people in here on Clubhouse as well. Continue to invite people. I'm going to share this out in the hallway. All right, go ahead and invite people into our room today. All right, all good, excellent. Go ahead and keep inviting. So here's what's also great about understanding how loans work. All right, this looks bad on the outset because we don't have much education on it, but look at what happens every single month you're on this loan. Now I'm using Brett Whistle, BRETWHISSEL. I'm using his amortization calculator, but every month I can see cumulative principal and cumulative interest. Look here on month one, look how much interest has gone to the bank. Month two, I paid my loan down by $657, but I've already paid out over $4,600 in interest. By month three, I haven't even paid my mortgage down by $1,000 yet. It's $989.38, but $6,999 has already gone to interest. But look at the 1 year on this loan. You pay this loan down by $4,000 in 1 year. Okay, we get so used to making the payment, we're not even thinking about how much money is going to interest. Look at this, $27,871.29 in interest. $27,800 in the first year on this thing, and I've only paid my loan down by $4,000. Oh, you know that's wrong. Listen, there's something wrong with that picture. By the time you're in this loan for 2 years, you've been making faithful payments on this loan for 2 years. You only pay your mortgage down by $8,400. But look how much has gone to interest already. $55,448.86. You all tell me right now, is this fair? Is this fair to charge $55,000 in interest just to pay your loan down by $8,420 in the first 2 years? Let's look at the first 5 years. That's 60 payments. Look here. We're going to scroll down. 5 years on the loan. Congratulations. Terry H says, no, that's not fair. But look at this. 5 years on this loan. Paid a loan down by $23,473.59, but you paid out $136,199 in interest. Lady Darlene says no. She says no. That's not fair. 23 grand, 136,000. All right. Would you like to know what you can do about this based on what you're seeing here? Would you like to know? Ozzy says absolutely not. That's not fair. Absolutely not. Would you like to know what you can do? I'm going to teach you how amortization actually works. Okay. And then we're going to get into what we don't know about it. Okay. Did you know you can optimize how much interest you can save? Meaning there is a way that you can make sure that you pay least amount of interest that's mathematically possible. You can make sure of it. It takes our AI system to do it. We actually have a cloud-based AI-powered computing platform that does all of the math and tells you what to do. All right, how much money to pay, what month to pay it in, what day of the month to pay it on, to make sure that you pay the least amount of interest that's mathematically possible for you. It matters how much you pay and when you pay. I'm just giving you some idea of what you can do, but I'm not telling you specifically what to do, because after I do this presentation, people want to know, should I pay one extra principal payment or 2 or 5? What should I do? I'm not doing that. I'm just telling you how easy it is to make the bank system work for you. So if you want to know how you can make the bank system work for you, put a number 9 in the chat. Put a number 9 in the chat right now. If you're online or in Clubhouse, put a number 9 in the chat, and I will teach you how to read an amortization schedule Okay, here come the number nines. Here come the number nines. They're coming in. They're coming in. All right. So let's go back to payment number one, and I'll show you what we don't know about this thing. All right, here we are. Let's say we make this first payment. We're making this first payment in January. I made my first payment in January. All right. And if I got my first payment made in January, then my next payment will be in February. And I can see it on the screen here that $329.79 would go to principal in February. Here's my question, ladies and gentlemen. Do I have to wait till February to give the bank this $329.79 after I made my first mortgage payment? Do I have to wait till February? Do I have to wait? I'm looking for my answers. I'm looking for my answers. Do I have to wait to give them the 329? Lady Darlene says no. Okay. Catherine Chance says no, I don't have to wait. If I have it, if I have the money, listen, I'm not telling you, remember, I'm not telling you what to do. I'm telling you what can happen if you do. All right. With as little as $329.79, if I paid that early before my next payment, it's called a prepayment. This is called a prepayment, $329.79. I could prepay that, give that to the bank in January as well on top of my regular payment, and look what happens. I'm already down to $399,342.33. I'm on the second line of my amortization schedule. I've paid down to here. And my next mortgage payment for next month, because I have a payment every month, my next mortgage payment is actually on line 3. The payment for March actually moves up one. Did you know that? Did you know how that you can get rid of line 2 on your amortization schedule? Not for the $2,661 that the bank is looking for, but you can get rid of line 2 for only $329.79. Money that they were going to get anyway, but you chose the timing in which to give it to them. And when you choose the timing, you save a ton of money. It makes it impossible for them to charge you this $2,331.42 on line 2. Makes it impossible for them to charge you that. Here's what this means. Don, does that mean I can put $2,300 in my pocket? No, what it means is you can keep $2,333 in your pocket. It means this. The total interest that the bank is looking for is $558,035. You've just reduced the amount of interest that they can charge you, they can legally charge you. You just reduced it by $2,331.42 by effectively using $329.79 out of your bank account. I mean, your savings account where you're making like 1/10 of 1%. Whoa! How do you all like that? How do you all like that? Some of you have some money in a bank account, right? You because of the teaching that we've had prior to this, we think that cash is king. So we're storing up some cash, all right? How many of you have heard that you should keep about 6 months worth of cash on hand just in case as an emergency fund? How many of you have heard that? Have you heard that? Put a Y in the chat if you've heard that. I have heard you need to keep about 6 months worth of cash, all right, in the bank account, just sitting there, Lord have mercy, making 1/10 of 1%. Okay. While your 6 months worth of cash is sitting there and you have this mortgage, all right, while you're making 1/10 of 1% on your money, look at what they're doing to you on the other end, charging you all this interest. So could it be possible that if you have 6 months worth of money in the bank, Lord have mercy, on this mortgage, what if you decided, I want to pay the mortgage, I want to pay this mortgage, and then I want to give the bank the next 3 principal payments, the $329, I'm going to take $329 out of my emergency fund, $329. I'm going to take also $331.71. I'm going to add it to that, and $333.65. All right, let's add it up. Okay. We've got 329.79 plus, okay, plus on line 3, 331.71, 331.71, plus line 4, 333.65, 333.65. Okay, equals $995.15. If you have that, if you have some cash in your savings account, what if you took out $995.15, less than $1,000, and applied it after you make your mortgage payment, and you give the bank 995 bucks? Guess what happens to the next 3 interest payments? That's 2,300, another 2,300, another 2,300. That's 6,900. When you get it all saved up, 6,000, about $7,000 in interest saved. $7,000 in interest saved if you give the bank $995 ahead of time on this mortgage. Oh, wow. What do you guys think of that? Listen, where else can you invest $1,000? Where else can you invest $1,000 and get back as a result $7,000 worth of interest savings? I'm going to show you the return on your money. Steve Mack says nowhere. Let's go ahead and add that up. Lady Darlene says amazing. That's what she's just said. Let's go ahead and add that up. 2,331.42. Okay, plus 2,329.5 plus 2,327 plus 2,327. Uh-oh, I did it wrong. Stop. Delete. All right. There we go. All right. Plus, okay. 2,327. 2,327.56 equals $6,988.84. All right. That's what I'm going to save in interest. So if I put in my 900, all right, $995.15. So I'm going to divide it by how much I'm paying here, prepaying, divide that by $995.15. That's what I'm prepaying. I got that. Remember, I have that idea, but I have to have cash on hand, for emergencies. All right, so I'm going to take some of that cash that I have on hand for my emergency, and I'm going to apply it to this loan. All right, and I'm going to divide it by this equals 7.022. I'm going to move the decimal place 2 spaces. That's 1, 2. Okay, that's 702% return on your money. Where else can you invest money and get a 700% return? Whoa, come on now. $700% return on your money, ladies and gentlemen. That if you invest that money in your mortgage, you don't have to pay the bank nearly 8,000. Let's say 2, 4, 6, nearly $7,000 in interest you are saving by using less than $1,000 properly. Wow. Why don't we know this? All right. And if you would do this, here's what our program is doing. Teresa's doing some hand clapping over here. Thank you, Teresa H, watching us on YouTube this morning. Listen, what if there was a program? All right. What if there was a program that said, you could do this. Let's watch your income. Let's watch your outgo, your expenses, and then any money that's left over, we're going to tell you how to optimize the use of that money, put it on your debt so you could save a ton of interest. A ton of interest. Okay? I mean, so much interest. Do you know that people who work with us save enough interest in the first 3 to 5 months to totally pay for their lifetime program with us? We offer a lifetime program. All right. And they can save a total of, enough interest in the first 3 to 5 months to pay for that. The rest of the money is theirs that they would keep. So here's what the program is doing, is taking a look at what you're making and what you're spending, what you're making and what you're spending. All right. And any extra money, the program says, put that in savings, put that in savings, put that in savings. So you're living your best life. You're still living an optimal life. You are paying your bills. You're setting aside some money so that you could also have some fun with your family. All right. You see, when you budget correctly, budgeting doesn't mean restriction. It doesn't mean you can't do. Budgeting means you can do, but you're tracking what you're spending. Dun, da, da, da. Track what you're spending. When you track it, then when you've paid all of your bills, all right, when you've paid all of your bills, stop spending, because you've got everything in there. Can I break it down for you? If you're taking notes, here's how you're going to break it down. Income up here at the top. Income at the top. The next thing you're going to do is church or charity. We got to learn how to give, ladies and gentlemen. All right? Because when we're selfish, we can't make it. Church and or charity. All right? And the recommended amount is 10%. You can do more, but the recommended amount is 10% of your income. Boom. So income, then church or charity. Then the next thing you're going to do is this. Make sure you're putting away money for savings for your retirement. Okay? Income, church or charity, and then put money away for retirement. Okay? Find the best way you can, get the best advice you can to do that. Then the next thing you're going to do is just make sure you're making the minimum payments at least on your loans. Now, I know for some people that hurts their heart when I say make the minimum payment, but you're going to find out why I'm saying that in a minute. Only make the minimum payment on your loans. And then the next thing you're going to do is take care of all the rest of your bills. Electricity, food, insurance, cell phone, TV, they're just the rest of your bills. When you pay the rest of your bills, then you're tracking your expenditures. All right. You okay. Wait a second. I forgot one. Dang it. I forgot one. Here we go. Here's the one I forgot. Make sure you're putting into your budget money for you and your family just to spend. Make sure you're putting into your budget money for you and your family just to spend. That way you get the psychological uplift, the psychological boost that you're not just working to pay bills. You're having some fun along the way. I got Dr. Irene E. Watson in here. I don't know if you're a medical doctor or a PhD, a Dr. Irene, but you're saying yes. So I'm thinking that maybe you know something about money. You may even teach it. But watch this. And I see her agreeing. With this whole thing. All right. She's watching us on YouTube. Thank you for being here. All right. So now make sure you got money that you're spending on yourself. Make sure your bills are paid. And then guess what happens? You get to see how much money is actually left over. Everything is taken care of. All of your bills are taken care of. Church and charity is taken care of. You're making the minimum payments on your debt. You're having some fun with your family along the way. All right. And then at the very end, you're putting some money in savings. Wow. You're going to watch that savings build up so fast because as you're watching what you spend, you actually end up spending less and living better. What did I just say? You actually end up spending less, but living better. You see, when we have a system that puts you on a debt diet that says you can't go anywhere, you can't do anything, you got to drive a 30-year-old car, you got to cut up your credit cards, you got to sell pizzas at night, you listen, eat beans and rice 7 days a week. Listen, that's not living. That ain't living, folks. When you put yourself on such a debt diet as that, pretty soon it's such a psychological deficit there. It's such a depressing situation that you just get tired of it and you go out and overspend. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Debt diet. All right. So Ozzy Angrish, the realtor, says, spend less and live better. Sounds like a beautiful plan. Okay, spend less and live better. So when we understand what's going on, then we take that money, all right, we're putting money in savings along the way, and pretty soon you'll have enough in savings to attack the debt. Yes, you attack the debt out of your savings. Let's just say out of, every 2 to 3 months, you figure out how much you're saving. Now, is that going to change all the time? You better believe it. Here's why it changes. Stuff happens in life. When stuff happens in life, your expenses are a little higher than normal. So you're going to have a little less money going into savings. You're going to have a little less money going into savings. But when things work right and you get a few discounts or whatever, you're going to have a little bit more money going into savings. So it's never going to be the same amount. But over, let's say, 2 or 3 months, whatever you have, there's a certain amount of that money that you can place on your debt. All right. A certain amount of that money you can place on your debt, and it will save you interest. And then you're realizing that you're paying off your credit cards. You're paying off your car loan. You're paying all of this off. But guess what? At the same time, you're building up your savings. Debt is being paid off, and you're living well while you're doing it. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Live well, get out of debt, save money, and save interest at the same time. Your interest savings really means that your money is doing work for you instead of work for the bank. Now, there's a certain amount you can pay. Did you realize that you can actually pay too much at the wrong time and hurt yourself? What? Let me tell you something. Having the P.I.L.L method, P.I.L.L stands for prepayment of principal, isolating the principal amount, leverage, and liquidity. Prepayment of principal, isolating the principal amount, leverage, and liquidity. That's what it means. When you understand that, you will also understand that you can pay too much at the wrong time and hurt yourself financially because you're not saving as much interest as you could have saved per dollar. Everything we do, we want to do in such a way that you can save money. All right. Save the most money that you possibly can. Ozzy has another comment here. Let's see what she says. She says, that's a great strategy. Manage your expenses, put disposable income into savings, and then attack the debt from your savings. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Let me show you something here about paying too much at the wrong time, paying too much at the wrong time. And then I'll get into what you can do personally to make sure that you save the maximum amount of interest that you possibly can. And then by doing that, using our AI system, you can get out of debt in about 7 years just by following the program like GPS. So Don, can I follow the GPS system and actually save more money than I can ever save on my own? Yeah. Can I share something with you? People, if you have two families that make exactly the same amount and have exactly the same bills and they're living next door to each other, one is using the debt snowball or the avalanche method to pay off their debt, following Dave Ramsey or Susie Orman or somebody, all right? And they're using the pill method. The people who are using the debt snowball, all right, and the avalanche method will get out of debt faster than doing nothing, okay? They will get out of debt faster than doing nothing, all right, just by making minimum payments. They will. But the person using the pill methods, artificially intelligent cloud-based computing platform, will save an additional $50,000 to $70,000 more than the family next door that's getting out of debt on their own, just guessing as to what to pay and when to pay it. 50 to 70 grand more, even though they're getting out of debt faster and they're saving interest, they're just not saving interest optimally. Can I give you an example of that today, ladies and gentlemen? Here we go. I'm looking in the chat. I'm looking also in the audience to see if anybody wants to come to the stage and ask a question. All right, come to the stage and ask a question. I see Greta. I see Catherine. And I see. Let me see here. All right, and Katrina. Let me see who else is on the stage this morning. That's what's happening. Okay, so we got that going on. Watch this. If we are focused on this, I need you to look at the screen right now. Look at the screen right now. I need you to focus on line 12 and line 24. Line 12 and line 24. We also looked at if we prepay a certain amount, we can kill a ton of interest. At line 12, we're paying this mortgage down by $4,063.23. Now, I'm not telling you this is what you need to do. I'm just saying, I'm just giving this as an example, ladies and gentlemen. So I'm not telling this is how my program works. I'm just giving you an example here. $4,063.23. That's what we would pay down in 1 year and pay $27,000 in interest. But what if I had that money up front? What if I could take that? Remember, what if I have a ton of money in a savings account for my emergency fund, and I could tap into it about $4,063 and apply it to principal at one time instead of over 12 months? Do you realize I would be paid down to line 12 on my amortization schedule in 1 month? I would be paid down to there in 1 month, not 12. If I did, I would eliminate all the interest payments between line 2 and line 12. They would be gone. I wouldn't have to pay them. In fact, the only interest I would pay to pay down to here, on to line 12, is the $2,333.33 on line 1. I would not have to pay the bank $27,000 in interest to do the same thing. What? Here's how much interest I would save. Right around $25,559.62. That's how much interest I would save if I paid that $4,063 at one time on line 1 instead of paying it over 12 months. I would save about $25,000 in interest. I would not have to pay the bank to do the exact same thing. Or look at this and knock off 12 payments. All right. In 1 month, 12 payments gone. My next mortgage payment for the next month, if I started this in January and I did this, my next mortgage payment for the next month is on line 13. Line 13. How many of you knew your mortgage worked like that? Yeah. Yes or no? Did you know your mortgage worked just like I'm showing you right now? Put a yes or a no in the chat right now. Put a yes or a no. Did you know your mortgage worked like this? Darlene says no. Okay. Darlene says no. I didn't know that. All right. Anybody else? All right. Max says nope. Didn't know that. All right. Nobody taught us. I'm going to get into something I'm going to show you in just a few minutes why you haven't been taught this. Ooh, You are going to like it. Okay. Because, Steve says, I didn't know until I purchased your book. All right. Listen, folks, Steve mentioned my book. If you go to ice10k.com, ice10k.com, there is a link there where you can get my book. All right. And get some better understanding along with our videos on YouTube. The book plus the videos give you a great understanding about this, and you can start teaching it to your children and to your grandchildren. How about that? Your children and your grandchildren need to know this. All right. So people didn't know how this works. So watch this. I could prepay the $4,000 on line 12, or I could prepay the $8,000 for 2018 on line 24. If I prepaid that, look what happens. Look what happens. I could save over $50,000 in interest if I do that. And I've knocked off 2 years worth of payments if I prepaid the 8420, and my next mortgage payment will actually be on line 25 of my mortgage schedule. I've just knocked off 2 years in 1 month. Did you know it was that easy to knock off 2 years in 1 month with only $8,400 prepaid to this loan? Man, oh man. Look here. Look, listen. Steve Max is fire. He says that's fire. Okay. Now, I need to know which one is better. Which one is better? To prepay the $4,000 and knock off 12 months and 25 grand, or 24 payments knocked off with $8,400 and save 53 grand. Which one is better? Line 12 or line 24? I want your answers in the chat. Line 12 or line 24? Which one should I prepay, ladies and gentlemen? I'm waiting for your answers. Okay. All right. Line 12 or line 24? All right. Teresa says line 24. Darlene says line 24. All right. Line 24. Steve Max says line 24. Line 24. All right. Can I show you something? I'm going to tell you a little story. And then we're going to go back to keep putting your answers in, though, while I tell this story. Here's the story. Every now and then, my wife makes zucchini bread. Okay. She makes zucchini bread. And I really like it when she puts in golden raisins in the zucchini bread. I mean, I like the golden raisins. Okay. So one Sunday, all right, she gets up and she's grating the zucchini. She's mixing up the batter, warming up the oven, getting everything ready, and looks into the pantry. And guess what? No golden raisins. Okay. All right. I'm putting your comment on the screen here, Sherry. All right. I'll get to that. But I'm putting your comment on the screen so I don't forget. Okay. So, so she says, so who do you think has to go to the store to get the golden raisins, ladies and gentlemen? Who do you think has to go to the store? Okay, to get the golden raisins. Who do you think? Put it in your chat. Who do you think? Lady Darlene says you. You're right. She says, my wife says, go to the store and get those golden raisins and bring me back 2 boxes. I know what brand to get. All right. So don't ever come back with a brand she didn't say. So I'm going to go get the brand that she wants, but I'm going to bring back 2 boxes. But when I get to the store, here's what happens, ladies and gentlemen. I get a little confused because the raisins that she wants comes in a 12-ounce box and an 18-ounce box. 12-ounce, 18-ounce. 2 different prices. How do I know which box gives me the better value? Which one gives me the biggest bang for my buck? How can I tell? The 12-ounce box or the 18-ounce box? Which one is better? Because they're 2 different prices. Right? Does anybody know? I'm looking for answers. Okay. She says, Check the price per ounce. You're right. That's what Lady Darlene says. Check the price per ounce. If I check the price per ounce, I don't even have to bring out my calculator because they have it right on the shelf. Okay. That's the unit price. So let me ask you this. If I can get those raisins for 3 cents an ounce, do I have any business paying 6 cents an ounce for the same raisins? If I can get them at 3 cents an ounce, do I have any reason to pay 6 cents an ounce? Catherine says, no. Steve says, no. So Lady Darling says, no, you do not. No, you do not. Here's something you didn't realize when it comes to interest savings or mortgages, and they are designed this way. Watch this. Okay. I'm putting the calculator back on the screen. Because if I prepay the $4,063, that's what I'm paying. All right. And what I'm buying is interest savings. All right. I'm buying interest savings. I can figure out what my unit price is by taking the 25,000. So Catherine Chan says, how do I see the screen? Okay. Go to, if you have a separate device, Catherine, go to YouTube, search for P.I.L.L method, and you can see my screen. All right. Or if you don't have a secondary device, then you're going to have to leave, Clubhouse and go to YouTube, search P.I.L.L method, and you can listen and watch there. Okay. All right. You can do that. So that's how you see what we're doing. Go to YouTube and you can see what we're doing. All right. She says, okay, thank you. All right, Catherine, thank you very much for asking that. Let me go back and check right quick because it's only me here today. I'm looking for people who will raise their hand. Nobody else has raised their hand. So back to the chat. All right. So I'm in the chat, but I'm by myself today, folks. So search P.I.L.L method just like that. Search P.I.L.L method just like that in YouTube, and you'll find us. And then you can click on the live. All right, and come in. All right, watch this. So let's do the math. So I'm bringing up my calculator. I got $25,000, 25,559. Okay. 25,559.62 in savings. That's right here. Okay. 25,559.62. But I divided by my $4,063.23. That's what I paid to get the savings. All right. So divided by 4,062.23 to get the savings. And I figure out, here's how much I'm saving per dollar. $6.29 per dollar. I'm writing that down. $6.29. I need you to also realize how huge this is. How huge is this? That for every dollar you can put on this mortgage, you can save $6.29 in interest and make it impossible for the bank to charge you that interest. Listen, that is so powerful that if you made your mortgage payment and paid even one extra dollar, that means you just made it impossible for your bank to charge you $6.29 in interest. Steve Max says exponentially. Pew. Did you know your dollar was worth actually $6.29 in this mortgage? Every dollar at this point is worth $6.29 in interest you don't have to pay. Wow. Catherine Chan says, that's ginormous. I love it. I absolutely love that. I love it. $6.29. But let's look at line 24. Remember, and then write this down now. We're saving $6.29 per dollar. All right. But if I go down to line 24, and here's my interest savings here, 53,162.64. So we're going to bring up our calculator here. Bring up the calculator and put in from line 23, 53,000. This is our interest savings, 162, which is a ton. I love it. 0.46. And we're going to divide it by our 8,000 for 2018. Divide it by 8,000 for 20.18. Oops. Back it up. Delete. 0.18 equals $6.31. What was I? I did something wrong. Okay. I did something wrong. Hold on. Okay. So we've got, all right. So 53, 162, 162.46. All right. Divided by 84, 20.18. What's my answer there? 630. It comes out 631. That's the first time that that's ever happened, where I'm actually saving more here with that. That's the first time that's ever happened. It usually comes out less. Okay, it usually comes out less. Oh, even so, I had 629 the first time, and now I got 631. Let me go back and do the other one. Okay, let me go back and do the other one. And maybe I did that wrong. Let's see. This is live, folks. This is live. All right. And you know that I didn't figure this out ahead of time, but this is what my brain is telling me. Okay. So I've got 25,000, 559.62. I'm going to divide it by 4,063.23 equals 629. So 629, 631. Yeah. So over here, usually by putting more on, I'm actually saving less per dollar. But here's the thing. Even if I am saving a little bit more, 31 versus 29, do you want to put $8,400 on if I'm only saving 2 cents per dollar more? 2 cents per dollar more. Or could I put that extra money in an investment and make more than the 2 cents? Maybe that's what we were supposed to see. So I only want to put a certain amount so I can save a ton, but any more, I'm not saving that much more. Maybe it's not because I'm saving less. Maybe it's because I'm not saving that much more to justify putting 8,000 down at one time, because I'm only saving 2 cents more per dollar. What about that, ladies and gentlemen? I could take that other money and put it towards an investment and do both at the same time. I could kill some interest over here, and I could invest and get some, some compound interest with the excess money. I want to come up with the right amount of money to invest. I want to come up with the right amount of money to also kill interest. Let's see what Miss Sherry has to say. So we're looking to buy a car. So is it better to take the longest amount of time to pay back after the first payment, following the payments thereafter, before yes. I always opt for the longest payment term, which is if I can get 84 months on my car to pay it back, I'm going to get 84 months on it. But I'm going to pay it off early and save less interest. Get the longest term and then use our system to pay it off early. If you want to know the very best thing to do, folks, let's go to ice10k.com. Go to ice10k.com. I'm going to change some things around here. Go to ice10k.com. All right. And let me see here. We're going to go here and let me see what I can show. I got to show this. ice10k.com and click on Get a Savings and Earnings Report. Get a Savings and Earnings Report. And to get a Savings and Earnings Report, let me see here. Savings and Earnings Report. There it is. Boom. Okay. Get your Savings and Earnings Report. All right. Let's get this off our screen. All right. Let me do this, get this off the screen so we can read it better. There we go. Get your savings and earnings report, ladies and gentlemen. Go to ice10k.com, ice10k.com, get a savings and earnings report today. You can know the month, day, and year you could be debt free. Your savings and earnings report is actually free. All right. If you want to have a consultation about it for an hour, that only costs you $150, but that's satisfaction guaranteed. If you feel you didn't get $150 worth of value by talking with us about your about how you can implement this plan, just tell us before the call is over and we'll give you the $150 back. It's satisfaction guaranteed. We want to guarantee your satisfaction if you do business with us. So get your savings and earnings report today. Go to ice10k.com, ice10k.com, and click on get a savings and earnings report. That's what you do. Okay. So once you get that, I'm going to put it in the chat as well. ICE. All right. The number 10, the letter K.com. There it is. ice10k.com. Go there and then click on get a savings and earnings report. Know the month, day, and year you can be debt free and how much interest you can save. And a small portion of the interest saved pays for your lifetime program. In other words, money the bank was supposed to receive that they're not going to receive now pays for your program. And you save enough interest in the first 3 to 5 months to pay yourself back. The rest of the money is yours. All right. So now, also, let's go ahead and let's put this on the screen. We're going to look at, see, I have Kirk that usually does this for me. He has it all ready and ready to go. All right. And we're going to, there it is. Okay. Get the book today. Go to ice10k.com, ice10k.com, and also click on the link there to get the book. All right. Don't do, ice10kbook.com. That's what I clicked on the wrong thing here, but go get the book, go to ice10k.com and click on the link and get the book that way. All right. Much easier, much faster, much quicker for you. In fact, I think we discontinued that link. It doesn't work. ice10k.com, click on get the book. All right. And then start teaching your family and your friends. Direct them to the YouTube channel. You watch the YouTube channel. You read the book and get a better understanding of what we're talking about today. All right. Get your savings and earnings report. Also, what we want you to do is one last thing. All right. I'm looking for it. I'm looking for it. All right. And I want you to become so that you can share the information and make a little money by becoming an affiliate. All right. I'm looking for that one. Savings and earnings report. Okay. But become an affiliate today. All right. Click on the same link and become an affiliate. All right. And when you're an affiliate, you can make anywhere between $300 and $3,000 per month. That's what we're doing. Now, I'm going to get into, I spent some time this morning, all right, on Chat GTP. I'm going to read you some things that are astonishing. If you're online, if you're not online, you want to see this right now, because I'm asking the AI what is going on with this system. So I'm going to, and there's a school of thought out there called behavioral economics, psychology and economics combined, so that you can understand how we spend money, how we make money. All right. And let me go back there so that you can actually see. All right. So you can see what's going on. So we're going to go back here, and so you can see what's going on. We're going to get the right screen. We're going to get this screen here. There we go. All right. I need you to read this. Let me see if I can make that just a little bit bigger and not too big. Uh-oh, wrong screen. There we go. All right, let me see if that works. All right, so here's a question that I asked. All right, in the voice of the behavioral economist, is there enough data on how mortgages are amortized and the lack of education that is available to the loan consuming public? I asked the chat GTP about how much information is available to everybody. All right. And let me see here. All right. I've got this. Uh-oh. Wait a minute. Something happened here. Uh-oh. I messed up my screen. Doggone it. Help me out. Help me out, somebody. There we go. I got that. Go. Uh-oh. There we go. That should not work that way. Let me go exit this. And I've got to get this back on my screen the right way, ladies and gentlemen, so I can get this bigger. Okay, I know what I got to do. I got to do this. View. And then go to actual size. There we go. Now I got it. All right. So watch this. Watch this. All right. How much information is out there? How much information on amortization does and how loans actually work does the AI system can actually glean and tell us what's actually going on? Listen to this. As a behavioral economist, I can highlight that there is evidence to suggest that the average consumer may not have a complete understanding of how mortgages are amortized or the intricacies of loan repayment. Studies have shown that financial literacy, particularly in the realm of mortgage products, is often lacking among the general population. What? That information is lacking. What in the world? Watch this. Mortgage amortization involves complex calculations and terms such as interest rates, principal payments, and loan terms. Many borrowers are may not fully comprehend the long-term financial implications of their mortgage agreements. This lack of understanding can have significant consequences, as it may lead individuals to make suboptimal financial decisions, meaning it will cost you more money. Such a failing to consider the total interest paid over the life of the loan or underestimating the impact of early payment on interest savings. Listen to this part. Such as failing to consider the total interest paid over the life of the loan or underestimating the impact of early prepayment on interest savings. We don't understand what happens when we prepay. We're not taught that in school. The information is not available to us. Let me see what else I asked. So get a little bit more information. Furthermore, listen to this. Furthermore, the ability and quality of education and information about mortgages can vary. In some cases, borrowers may not receive adequate education or guidance to navigate the complexities of mortgage products. This information asymmetry between borrowers and lenders can disadvantage consumers and limit their ability to make informed decisions. Wow. We don't have the education on this. From a behavioral economics perspective, listen to this, it is important to acknowledge these informational gaps and consider ways to enhance financial education and transparency in the mortgage lending process. Thus, the P.I.L.L method, folks. This is why we're here. We're bridging the gap. We're the only ones out here telling you how this thing actually works. The information, ChatGPT is scouring everything and says, The information that you need is not out there. Okay? So, by providing clearer and more accessible information, consumers can better understand the implications of mortgage amortization and make more informed choices that align with their financial goals. Listen, this is not the only thing we have on this, but I just need you to see if we ask certain questions, are we getting proper education? Do you know how many people I talk to that says, yeah, I kind of understand amortization. Where did you get the information? Did you ever have a class on it? No, didn't have a class on it. Let me see what else we have here. Okay. Let me see. Can the loan consumer depend on provider? Okay, here's the next question I asked. With all the financial education available, I asked GTP with all the financial information available to Chat GTP. Listen to this. With all the financial education available to you, and all the writings of the behavioral economists you have in your database, can the loan consuming public depend on the providers and sellers of mortgages to provide adequate education about loans and amortization to maximize interest savings and truly understand the benefits of prepaying their mortgages and other loans? So I asked Chat GTP, is there enough information out there? If you want to see this, go to YouTube. Log on. You want to see this. All right. So I asked GPT, all right, is there enough information out there for the sellers and providers of loans to teach people who are getting loans so that they can truly understand and maximize this thing and make it work for them? Watch this. Here's what the chat had to say. Here's what the AI had to say. Based on the available research and insights from behavioral economists, it is generally recognized that the loan consuming public cannot solely rely on mortgage providers and sellers to provide adequate education about loans and amortization. There are several reasons for this. You guys want to hear the reasons? Do you want to hear the reasons why that is? Here we go. Number one, conflicts of interest. That's the number one. Conflicts of interest. Mortgage providers and sellers have a vested interest in selling their products and maximizing their profits. This may lead to biased or incomplete information being provided to borrowers. They may not emphasize the potential benefits of prepaying mortgages or other loans as it could reduce their own revenue. So, okay, let me get back to where I was. Oh man. All right. So you could have a conscientious loan officer that wants to give you the best information, but the company that they work for, will the company provide education to the loan officer to pass on to you so that you can save the most money? Or will the mortgage company teach the loan officer how to sell you a mortgage? You tell me. All right. So number two, here's the number two reason: complexity of information. Mortgage amortization and loan terms can be complex, and conveying this information clearly and comprehensively is a challenge. Providers and sellers may not prioritize educating borrowers about the intricacies of amortization because it may require significant time and effort, potentially, oh, come on, Don, speak, put your teeth back in, potentially detracting from their primary objective of making sales. What do you all say about that? What do you think about that? Here's what the chat is saying about the education available to us on this thing. Where are we getting it from? Point number three, information overload. This is why we have over 200 shows on this, so that we can break it down piece by piece and you can stitch it together by watching our education on this. The P.I.L.L method offers right now, out of all the internet, out of all of YouTube, how a loan actually works, breaking it down for you step by step, piece by piece. It's only found here. And let me tell you why it's only found here. It's because I have Asperger's. I'm on the autism spectrum. When I see an amortization schedule, I see it differently. I see it in pictures and patterns, and the pictures and patterns don't add up. So because the information, according to even to the AI system, doesn't exist on helping you to understand it, so I couldn't learn it from somebody else. It's not out there. So where did I get it? Because my brain is wired this way. I was born this way. I really do believe this is my purpose for being on the planet. It was a struggle in school, but that's okay. That's okay. But I believe God gave me this ability to see things in pictures and patterns so I can eventually pass all this on to you. And everything on this that is flowing into my brain, we're leaving on YouTube. It'll be up there forever. It'll be there after I'm gone. And our business that we're putting together will be here after I'm gone. We're making sure that this information is for you to benefit from. Here's point number 3, information overload. Consumers are bombarded with vast amounts of financial information, and it can be overwhelming to navigate and understand the details of loan amortization. While you're trying to get the mortgage is not the time to try to understand loan amortization anyway, folks. You want to get that information prior to. Many individuals may not have the time, inclination, or expertise to delve into the complexities of loan terms and fully grasp the implications. You want somebody like the P.I.L.L method and the people that are trained by our company to figure this thing out for you and to help you to put together the right package of the right loan package for you, and then show you how you can pay those loans off, all of your loans, in an average of 7 years. You need somebody that's going to advocate for you. You need somebody that's going to be on your side. You need somebody that's going to understand this thing, because you have a house to buy, and you can't count on the people selling you the loan to put you in the best position to save you money. You can't count on that. That's what we're here for, to fill that gap. Listen to this last part. Given these challenges, it is crucial for borrowers to take an active role in seeking out financial education from reliable sources. Folks, do you believe that this is a reliable source? Put a number 1 in the chat if you believe that the P.I.L.L method is a reliable source for this information. Put a number 1 in the chat right now, wherever you are, whether it's on YouTube, whether you're on Facebook, whatever you're watching. All right. If you're in Clubhouse, put a number 1 in the chat if you believe that this P.I.L.L method is a reliable source for getting this information. Put your number 1s in the chat right now. Okay. Listen to this. We're going to finish up. This can include consulting, independent financial advisors, researching reputable educational resources like my book, and making efforts to enhance their financial literacy. By taking a proactive approach to understanding loan amortization and the benefits of prepayment, borrowers can make more informed decisions that align with their financial goals and maximize interest savings. That's what's going on here, ladies and gentlemen. Unfortunately, here's the last part of it. Come on, AI, talk to us. Unfortunately, a combination of consumer education ultimately, a combination of consumer education, you can get that here, increased transparency. We open up the windows for you. We pull back the curtains so you can see in the lending process, and regulatory measures to ensure fair practices can contribute to empowering borrowers and helping them to make more advantageous financial choices. All of that is here today with the P.I.L.L method, ladies and gentlemen. Okay? Let's go down to another question here. Okay, I had asked this question. Listen to this one, okay, because we're almost done. I think you're going to like this. With the information available to you, I said, with all the information available to the AI, listen to this. With the information available to you, would you conclude about, it says, what would you conclude about the amount of financial education concerning the amortized mortgage and how interest costs can be reduced by 2/3 that is available in the traditional education system, even through graduate school at the university level? I asked ChatGPT to search all over, even at the university level, how much information is actually out there about what we're talking about today, even at the graduate level at universities. Here's what ChatGPT had to say. All right. Based on the information available to me, okay, the AI system, it can be concluded that the traditional education system, including graduate level programs at universities, generally provides limited specific education on the topic of amortized mortgages and how interest costs can be reduced significantly. It does not exist except for here, ladies and gentlemen. And I can't take credit for it. I didn't wire my brain. I was born this way, so I can't take credit for it. I just happened to see an amortization schedule, and now we're teaching this to everyone. So it's because we are a lone voice, going against everything that you've ever heard before. That may be why people may be a little reluctant to accept this information. But do you know, over the years, over 18 years, we have thousands upon thousands upon thousands of clients that are satisfied, so much so that there are no complaints. We have no complaints in 18 years. Watch this. And I love this part. The traditional education system tends to focus more on broader financial concepts and principles such as economics, finance, and accounting. While these subjects provide a foundation of knowledge, they often do not delve deeply into the practical aspects of personal finance, including mortgage amortization and interest reduction strategies. They don't exist except for here. And I'm talking about our program is the only one that focuses on interest reduction strategies, where we point out to you exactly how much interest you can save. Now, there are programs out there that will get you out of debt faster, but they never tell you how much interest you're actually paying or how much interest you can actually save and give you the numbers to prove it. The P.I.L.L method gives you the numbers to prove it. You can't optimize what you can't measure. No other program gives you the ability to make the measurements. You need that to get this to happen. The specific details of mortgage amortization and how interest costs can be reduced are often left for individuals to learn through personal research. Independent financial literacy initiatives like the P.I.L.L method, or seeking advice from financial professionals. I got a question about financial professionals here in just a second, ladies and gentlemen. All right. This lack of comprehensive education on mortgage amortization is not limited to the traditional education system, but extends to general financial literacy education as well. It's not there. I got to read this last part one more time. Let me highlight it here. This lack of comprehensive education on mortgage amortization is not limited to the traditional education system, but extends to general financial literacy education as well. YouTube University, it's not there, except for the P.I.L.L method. Here we go. However, it is worth noting that financial education and curriculum can vary across different institutions and programs. Okay. Some institutions, it says here, some universities may offer specialized courses. Now, even though it says some universities can offer specialized courses, I said, do you know of any? And it says, well, I asked Chat GTP is which ones are offering the advanced courses on amortization. It didn't have the answers because they weren't there. Okay. Overall, while some aspects of mortgage amortization and interest reduction may be touched upon in certain educational programs, the level of depth and coverage can vary, and comprehensive education on these topics is often lacking in the traditional education system, including graduate level education. Wow. All right. Okay. Watch this. Now, I'm going to read this one and then we're going to be done for today. I'm going to read this one and we're going to be done for today. All right. Let me go back to Clubhouse and see if anybody's raising their hands wants to come to the stage. Listen to this, folks. This is powerful right here. Here's the last thing. I think this is the last question I asked. Based on the previous conclusions, all right, go to YouTube so you can see this. All right. I'm trying to get back to my chat so I can see here. Based on the previous conclusions, it can be inferred. All right. Wait a second. I got to ask my question here. Here's my question. Based on previous conclusions, what could be said of the knowledge of the amortized mortgage and how to optimize interest savings and payoff times possessed by real estate agents, mortgage loan originators, CPAs, and CFPs, certified financial planners? And do any of these professions have to pass a test on amortization to obtain their licenses? I'm going to ask that one more time. All right. It was even a little confusing for me. Let's read this one more time. Based on previous conclusions, what could be said of the knowledge of the amortized mortgage and how to optimize interest savings and payoff times possessed by real estate agents, mortgage loan originators, CPAs, and CFPs? Do any of these professions have to pass a test on amortization to obtain their licenses? Let's read what the AI had to say about this question. Based on previous conclusions, it can be inferred that the knowledge of amortized mortgages and how to optimize interest savings and payoff times vary among real estate agents, mortgage loan originators, certified public accountants, and certified financial planners. While individuals within these professions may possess varying levels of understanding and expertise in mortgage amortization, it cannot be assumed that all professionals in these fields have comprehensive knowledge of the specific topics, which leads us to believe it's not taught in their classes at all. Because if it was taught in their classes, they would know it across the board. Because it's not taught in their classes, individuals may have more knowledge or less knowledge about the subject than others. Watch this. Real estate agents typically focus on facilitating property transactions and assisting clients in buying or selling homes. While they may have some knowledge of basic mortgage concepts and terms, their expertise may primarily lie in real estate market dynamics, property valuation and negotiation, detailed understanding of mortgage amortization and optimization strategies may not be a core aspect of their training or licensing requirements. What about that? Mortgage loan originators, certainly mortgage loan originators should have this information, right? Look at this. Mortgage loan originators are professionals who specialize in assisting borrowers in obtaining mortgage loans. They are likely to possess a better understanding of mortgage terms and amortization compared to real estate agents. However, the depth of their knowledge and expertise on interest savings optimization and payoff times may vary depending on their training, expertise, and the commitment to ongoing professional development, meaning they're going to have to get that knowledge outside of their profession because it's not taught to them. All right. Certified public accountants. This is the same thing for certified public accountants and certified financial planners. Okay. Regarding the licensing requirements, listen to this. Regarding licensing requirements, it is essential to note that regulations and licensing standards can vary across jurisdictions, while some professions, such as mortgage loan originators, may require specific licensing that include mortgage-related knowledge. Their professions, like real estate agents, CFPs, and CPAs and CFPs, may have licensing requirements that focus on broader aspects of their respective fields without specific emphasis on mortgage amortization. It could be there, it may not be there. Could be there, may not be there. All right? Because then I had to ask a more specific question later. It's crucial for individuals seeking advice. Listen to this now. This is what the AI system said. It is crucial for individuals seeking advice on mortgage amortization and interest optimization to evaluate the expertise and qualifications of professionals in these fields and consider seeking out specialists or consulting multiple professionals when necessary. Where are the specialists on this? There's only one book on Amazon that even begins to talk about this. There's only one show on social media that even breaks this down. What specialists are you going to go to? How are you going to realize who knows what they should know or don't know if you don't know what the basic information is that you're getting right here? And here's the last question, ladies and gentlemen. Here's the last question we're going to go over today. All right, and then we're going to end the show. As far as you know, I'm asking the AI to search its entire database. As far as you know, are there any states that require testing on the amortization, on the amortized mortgage to receive a license in the aforementioned professions? Here's what the AI had to say. To the best of my knowledge, as of my last update in September 2021, there are no specific state licensing requirements or tests solely focused on amortized mortgages for real estate agents, mortgage loan originators, certified public accountants, CPAs, of certified public accountants, or certified financial planners. The licensing requirements for these professions typically focus on broader areas of expertise that may vary by state. No state has a testing program for financial professionals to understand the most ubiquitous financial tool on the planet, the amortized loan. The information that we should be getting is not there. It's not being taught. And not even to those who are supposed to know: real estate agents, mortgage loan originators, CPAs, CFPs. They're not taught how it works. Their certification does not require that they know. Folks, P.I.L.L Method is where you can get this information today. I'm glad to be able to provide it. I'm glad that we're here. I want to share this with you before we go. Okay? Before we go, let's share this with you. Okay? Get the book. Get the book today. Go to ice10k.com and get the book. Also, get your savings and earnings report. Go to ice10k.com and get your savings and earnings report. Go there and get the book. Get the education that is the out of 33 million titles, on Amazon, this is the only book that covers this subject. Even the AI system says it doesn't exist anywhere else. We're offering it. We're giving a ton of information away. We're the only show on YouTube that talks about this to this level. Okay? And get your savings and earnings report today. Go to ice10k.com, ice10k.com. Click on the button to get your savings and earnings report. Know the month, day, and year you could be debt free and how much interest you can save. Do that today. All right? And also click on the link and become an affiliate. Share this information with others. And you can make between $300 and $3,000 a month helping me get the information out. I want to thank you all for being here today. If you're not a member of the house, go up top, click on P.I.L.L Method and join the house. Follow me as your moderator. And anytime that we're on, we're going to be giving you good information today. All right. So we're going to, let's bring back my, there we go. And let me take this off. All right. And bring me in. All right. How do I get rid of this? All right. I'm learning how to do this, folks. I got to stop. I got to take that off. There we go. There I am. Okay, folks, this is it. Thank you so very much for being here today. We are going to be taking some time off. So this weekend, my wife and I are going out of town. So we're going to be putting up some replays so that you'll be able to go. We're going to have some oldies, but some goodies up. We will not be on Clubhouse for the next few days. But when we're back, we're going to come back with a vengeance with more information for you. All right, ladies and gentlemen. So thank you very much for being here. David Hunt says, made it under the wire. Oh, David, we see you here, man. Watch the replay, man. You're going to love this. You listen. We went over a whole thing about AI and what AI had to say about all of this. All right. Thank you, David, for being here. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'll see you when we come back. It's going to be a few days, and we may do 1 or 2 shows during the month of June, but pretty much we're going to be off. We're going to have some replays. We may come in and do some live shows during that time, but we will be back in July, full force in July. But thank you so very much for supporting the show. Share it with others, and we'll be here to make sure that you get the information that you deserve. You deserve to know this. All right. So let's go ahead and end the show today. So I got to get over to here, and we're going to play something from the hip hop preacher himself, E.T. the hip hop preacher, and what he has to say about this program and how it actually worked for him and his wife. And we're going to say goodbye to everyone. All right. Talk to you. Enjoy your June. Enjoy June, and look out for our replays. Okay. We'll see you later. Bye-bye, everybody.
Listen to me, y'all. But one of his mentees took us through one of their programs, and I paid off my mortgage. But guess what happened? My marriage went to a whole nother level. And you know why? Because my wife is a security freak. And even when I blew up, my wife would be like, oh, you blew up, but how long is you gonna keep making this kind of money? I was like, I don't know, forever. She's like, you sure? Because I'm gonna keep my license as a nurse just in case you don't. So when I paid the house off, my boy was like, you ain't gotta do that, you can do this. But when I paid the house off using that program, It took the stress level all the way down for my wife because we no longer had a mortgage. Does that make sense? That thing that was coming every month, that was getting on her nerves, we didn't have that no more. And so she was at rest.